Shalom, shalom. Peace unto you, Israel. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. I don't have my braids in. I got to get my braids put back in on. I get my braids put back in. Man, I'm more comfortable now. Get my braids put back in on Tuesday. Hopefully, Most High, is she willing? I get that done. Listen, today's video, another video I could say that wasn't planning to do. I sent Anuya a clip, my son a clip that I heard, and it was disturbing. It's not, I wasn't shocked because I've heard similar things for a while. And I decided, Mary, peace unto you. I'm glad you're on deck for Hebrew wolves and their Koolade. So, you can listen to a couple of the, it's only been a minute since I've been on. This was, I was trying to put this video together. I heard a clip, I recorded a clip, which I'm going to let you guys hear. I don't know whether when everybody comes on, then I'm going to go into the lesson and I'm going to let you hear it again before you leave. Anuya, peace unto you. I was explaining to Mary that, and saying peace unto Mary, my sister, that I sent you a clip. I sent my son a clip, and it wasn't shocking to me because I've heard things from this certain person already, and it just doesn't jive with me. And I thought last night, I said, let me make a video about the situation. I'm not going to name a name, but I'm going to let you hear it. You recognize his voice, that's on you. I'm not looking for a beef with anybody or anything. So let's give them a few minutes before I start talking. So I don't have to keep repeating everything. The title is Hebrew Wolves and Their Koolade. And talk amongst yourselves, only two of you and me. And let's be patient and wait. Yes. I was contemplating making a video. I was like, I don't want to be talking about nobody, but I ain't going to mention nobody's name. I'm going to let you hear a video. If you recognize the voice, that's on you. And whatever. It's not, it says, he says, my people are foolish. They are not intelligent. They're very clever at doing evil, finding it hard to do good. He says, and that was Jeremiah 4 and Jeremiah 5, he says, for they are rebellious and revolting, they're gone. So I'm not going to be fighting, telling them, because I did that when I was a younger Hebrew. Hey, what about this? And they say smart things to you, even though you can say it very nice to them. They're saying smart ass comments back, and you need to start your own camp. And even not, those are messianics, even the Torah guys, but you need to, I'm not going with that. I'm not going with any of that. But I'm not going to stop a lesson in wisdom to the people that have ears to hear and eyes to see. I'm not going to not make a video or whatever. I'm not directing to them. I'm not on their channels, sending notes and nothing. Done. But I'm not going to let myself stop from revealing things that I think the body needs to know. So we're just going to give, already at 4.5 minutes. Let's give them just a little bit more because I don't want to repeat myself. Hopefully your weekend was good. Yes. Yes. Hopefully every knee shall bow. Peace unto you. I'm glad. We're almost at 5 minutes, but you know what? I want to give like maybe another more minute or two. Maybe somebody else can come in the room and we could start, because I don't want to repeat this. And you know, the core that usually comes in, I want them to hear it fresh, new, not an upload. So, you know, hopefully everything is good with you. Hebrew wolves and their Koolade. So, you know, like when I was sleeping at night, I was like, should I play it so they can hear it? You know, I'm not going to show you the video. I recorded it on a voice clip and I sent it to Anuya, sent it to my son. And I'm like, nah, I'm not, because I don't want no friction or whatever. You know, this gets back. I don't care if it gets back. I'm not talking about people. I'm trying to make a point. Yep, and Babylon must fall. It must fall. And all the evil tentacles and things with Babylon must fall. This Luciferian empire must fall. Remember, we are not slaves. We're prisoners of war. We're ready. Invaders came. And they've been just doing demonic things and abominable things ever since. And they have recruited our people. Remember, there's a 2/3 in Zechariah 13. It says 2/3 of my people are going to be destroyed. 1/3 going through the fire. He said, you know, he's only opened the ears and the eyes of the 1/3 that can actually hear it and perceive it. It won't sound like Chinese or Russian to them or Arabic. No, they won't go, what? No, they go, yeah. Oh, okay, I got it. All right. All right, so we gave him 7 minutes. It's 7 minutes now. I'm going to start. 7 minutes right now. Okay, listen. This is what's going on. All throughout Israel, you always had sneaky demons from the heathens, and that's natural to say, because it's their MO. But we also had sneaky wolf demons from within Israel. And we also had sneaky wolf demons that look like us, but that they're not us. You know, like the Africans, they're not us. I'm not saying that there's no who's over there, because they ship Negroes who are from the Western Hemisphere, which is just the old world. That's why Columbus brought a Hebrew interpreter. Nobody asked, well, why are you bringing to the New World a Hebrew interpreter? Nobody asked that question. But here I asked and I researched. Because the Hebrews are here. Because the old world is here. And you're dealing with a devil. He lies about everything. East is west, west is east, north is south, south is west, light is dark, dark is light. The scriptures tell you that in Isaiah 5 and Proverbs 17 and Proverbs 24. You know, he lied about everything. I mean, come on, slave ships, we were here already. So Esau is not the Caucasians. Esau is a relative of the Israelites. He's a dark guy that you can't trust, who's the devil. And the Moabite, Ammonites, and all of them, a lot of Jebusites, all of them dark race people that can pass for me and you. Some of the Africans can, but some of the Africans can as well. And they are the wolves with that Kool-Aid I'm talking about. They're part of that Psalm 83, that confederate, that were confederate against us, to have the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. James Jackson, peace unto you. Title is Hebrew Wolves and their Kool-Aid. And they've been around us ever since. Some of you guys are getting lulled to sleep because, you know, I'll be honest with you, a lot of you don't study a lot. And I'm not talking about people on the live stream, people that are going to be watching the video. You don't read and study a lot. So whatever sounds good, you know, the itchy ears, that whatever sounds good, you go on with it. And you don't know, they're actors. They practice the skill of deception. What is it called? They use the skill of persuasion. My mouth, my words are like butter. That's what they use on you. It sounds good to the ear, going with it. You know, it probably was probably was a Negro. They lie about everything. They lie about everything. What people don't realize, when you call them the devil is a deceiver. And the devil is coming in all complexions and colors. We are the Israelites. This is not Chinese and Japanese. Doesn't sound like Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic to you. It's a Greek. What? No, you know, there's only one creator. There's only one savior, and that's the creator. That's the issue. It's not, what are you talking about? Because you guys, if you can receive this, perceive it, and live it out in your life, most likely you're one of the 1/3 elect. 600,000 left Egypt. Only 70, around 70 made it in as Joshua and Caleb and their family. Servants and stuff. That's it. It's a small remnant. If what I'm saying to you sounds like Japanese, you can't understand it. It doesn't click. You got another format program in your head about a Jesus, Black Yahweh Shai, about the universe, about Mother Nature, about Baphomet, or whatever you got. If it's contrary to this, Torah, law, Nevi'im, prophets, Ketuvim, the writings, you got something else. Forget about those other books, and listen, those other books, I know about them. Book of Barnabas, this, that, this, testimony of this and that. They're all in the bottom of the Catholic Church in Rome. The lies, that's the Koolade. You don't need nothing else. Let's keep it simple, stupid. You can't even get the simple things right. Let's dive into Jasher and this book and Enoch and this and that and that and that. In this book, the wise man is telling you, much learning isn't going to be a detriment. This is enough. Look how thick it is. It's enough. And you want to add more? Most of you are dummies. I'm not saying, and I'm a dummy too. The wisest man said, too much of books and learning is going to be to your detriment. Keep it simple, stupid. That's a phrase for the heathens or wherever it's coming from. That's a wise saying. And Solomon said, he's saying it to you. He's saying it to you in here. I want to go in a whole bunch of other things. And you don't even got the main stuff. You think you got the main stuff. No, you don't. And what you guys are saying, the scriptures is Matthew, Mark, James, Peter, Revelation. Just forget it. Just forget it. And you want other books. You guys is crazy. So the Kool-Aid comes in cups handed to you by our biblical enemies and by the people who look like you, but are not you. Edom, Moabites, Midianites, Ammonites, all them ites, Jebusites. They look like you. They've come in unawares because you're too busy paying bills, watching too much TV, having much fun on this Luciferian planet to actually come close to the Most High. The only way you're going to come close to the Most High and love the Most High more is to stay in this. Meditate day and night in this, Hebrews. You're not doing it. That's why the Hebrew wolves can hand you the Kool-Aid all day long. And you say, oh, it tastes good. You got grape? I love grape, man. I'm telling you, no other God we need has gotten the memo. So let me let you hear it first. Then I will go into my Let me see. Not so long presentation, couple pages only. And I'll let you hear it again. At the Christian church, though TD Snakes and this one, Creflo $1 million, $1 billion, and this one and that one and this one and that one and this one. They are the wolves that are among you, that look like you, and that feeding you that Kool-Aid from Christianity, from New Age, from Eastern religions, Islam, Buddha, Shintoism, whatever that stuff is, Mother Nature, the universe, and all that stuff. All that is the Kool-Aid that's gonna, it's like wine, it's gonna get you drunk. And just like, remember Jim Jones? Persuasion. This is a Caucasian man with a slick tongue bringing the actual Kool-Aid that kills them. And this, the wolves that are carrying the Kool-Aid now is spiritual death in the Kool-Aid for you, Nick, for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You can speak good. You know, a lot of the Negro women back then, they wanted a white man. Hey, white man is like God, or he's better than our Negro guys. No, he's not. Not better than me. No. Not better than the Hebrews on this channel. Not better than the Torah. Not nowhere near, because they're the beasts of the field. The reason why they look at it because they only can see one-dimensional, and they're not spiritual. When I say spiritual, I mean Christian spiritual, Islamic spiritual, Eastern mysticism spiritual, universal spiritual. I'm talking about Tanakh, law spirituality, only found in the Tanakh. So they look to the heathens. It's called, what is it called? Syndrome. What's the syndrome where you love your enemy? Oh, he's God, he's great. I forgot the name of the syndrome. But anyway, Stockholm syndrome, that's what it is. Oh, you rob banks, but you have to have me in your basement, tied up to a chain this long to the floor. You know, now you're giving me a milk and sugar frosted flakes. Now I like you. Doesn't matter what you did to me in the past. So our women like this guy. You know, there's usually more women in the church. Following Jim Jones, speaking with that tongue in his mouth, snake tongue, bringing the Kool-Aid. He was a wolf around the sheep of the Most High, who are just so rebellious and stiff-necked and confused. As the day is long, he killed a whole bunch of them with that literal Kool-Aid poison. And I'm trying to help you today, because just like in Christianity, you know, you can see it a mile coming for the Torah and Tanakh Israelites. But for some people that don't read a lot, the Messianics are going to fool you because they know a lot of scripture. But this scripture is twisted and they have another power. They have another God called Jesus back in Hawashai. So you know scripture that you're going to go right with the program. And the reason why I'm making this, because there's not just wolves, there's not just wolves in the Christian, in the regular agnostic Christian genre. Not just wolves that look like you from the Hebrew Messianic genre. There's also wolves from the Torah and Tanakh genre. And I've already told you so many times, if you watch my videos, there's not a lot of Torah and Tanakh Israelites on YouTube. And the ones that are on, you gotta watch them. The problem with you is you only listen and watch them a little bit. And you fall asleep. Or you watch one video or two or three because you're very busy with work and family and stressing over bills. You don't have time to study that much. And they say, oh, it sounds good. That's cool beat. Wow, look at them talking, slick words. Wow, it's cool. You got a little hip hop in this Torah. Wow, that's cool. And then you're drinking the Kool-Aid from the wolves. There is not. Thank the Most High. I feel I'm one of very few Torah and Tanakh Israelites. Because you just have to listen to the other ones. After a while, they're going to be telling you about the heathens, joining them and teaching them and sitting amongst them and stuff like that. You just got to listen to them. You haven't listened to them long enough. Videos, he said, "Oh yeah, there's this Torah there." Because a couple of you guys, not you, but send me, "Oh, this Torah that I listen to all of them." Fingers down, because I'm not listening to them one video. I listen to 1,000 of their videos. Not hoping crack, but I just hear a crack and see a crack. Read a crack in their armor. There's very few Torah and Tanakh Israelites, which you're going to see by this. That's why I made it, because I know I said that to you, and I'm speaking to the choir, and some of you may say, "Oh, because he just wants to be one of the few." No, it's just what reality is. Let me read some of this comments right here. Hold on. According to the Bible, all the Edomites were exterminated, so the Caucasian can be Esau. Can't be Esau. Anyway. Not all the heathens are going to be destroyed, because we're going to use them to rebuild our beautiful new kingdom. So anyway, let me get back to the point. Is when you hear them, if you don't know the scriptures that good, you can be fooled by them, and it's heart wrenching, and I'm saddened by it. I'm not surprised by it. I'm saddened by it, because I'm saddened by it, but not surprised by what I hear. Now, and I tell you sometimes that my channel, I got only maybe, I don't know, Anuya knows, maybe 660. I don't know how many subscribers. And no, all of them don't listen, because you just watch the video and you see only 100 views after a couple weeks or whatever. And I don't care. What my concern is for me to gain wisdom and walk in righteousness, and ask and assist the Most High's elect people to gain wisdom and walk in righteousness. That's why I make these videos. Because, we live separate. We don't have Hebrews by each other to bounce off things. So, this is something you can go back, keep watching the video, go on your Tanakh and read the stuff, study the stuff, confirm in yourself the stuff, and that's why I do it. So let's get to the Hebrew wolves and their Koolade. And I'm specifically talking about now people who say they only believe in the one power, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 659, that's very minuscule in comparison to the one I'm going to let you hear right now. I don't know how many, 20, 25, 30, 50, I don't know. It's not my concern. But don't be fooled by big followings. Oh, they're the ones to listen to, or whatever. Nah, because they'll sound so hippie. Wow, that sounds cool. Wow, that's put a little hip hop in it. Kind of cool swagger in the sermon or whatever. You're gonna be fooled. You're gonna drink the Kool-Aid from the wolves. Let me let you hear it. You hear it for yourself. I'm gonna turn this fan off, and I'm gonna get into the lesson. Pray the Most High. There's no buffering, and then there is a buffering. I'll just make another video. I ain't gonna be fearing nothing. None of that stuff. Hold on. Gotta find it. Sounds. Gotta be this one. Yep, got it. All right, let me turn the fan. Whoa, I don't want to break this computer. Turn the fan off so you can hear it. No noise. I close the windows so you don't hear them people in the pools. Music. Now listen, this is a Torah only brother. You better be careful, Israelites. Better be careful. And this is not something new to me. I've heard this brother a bunch of times because guess what? On my channel, I don't be talking about history that much. Where other brothers, they're strong with merging a lot of history and how things happen in the beginning and this, and I don't do that on this channel. I try to teach you sound bites of stuff where you can remember, because I can try to teach you a big giant load of stuff all together. And then if I ask you a week from now, what was that thing? You were like, I don't remember. So I try to teach small snippets of things that you can ingest and retain if you want to. So my format on my YouTube is different. So, I listen to some of the history and stuff because I don't know everything. I don't. But I think most of what I do know, I know in the Tanakh. So be careful. Listen to this. Hebrew wolves and their Koolade.
Cut a tree, but the tree's still rooted. The tree gonna grow back, and you grow back. Taking root, you're taking shape, you're taking form. You're being framed and shaped. Allah. When we say Hawa, when we give honor to our framer and our shaper, our Amma and our Abba, it's not bringing in no female deity that doesn't already exist, man. You can't call on this mama. Mama's already there. You can't summon this female deity. She's there from the beginning. She pleases Hawa. This is your breath. You can't call on your breath. It's your breath. You already got it. Unless you don't. Why not? Hawa, your breath is already there. It is your ruah. Unless you ain't got nothing. So we give honor to our Amma and our framer shaper. She who takes those ingredients and makes a meal, and he who shapes us, forms us, molds us. We KTC. Wow.
Okay, so from what you heard, there's a he and she in the godhood. And this is coming from a Torah and Tanakh. Now tell me before I start, did you hear that clearly? Everybody, there's not a lot of people in here. Say yes, I heard it clearly before I start. Okay, every knee heard it. James, did you hear that clearly? Tell me. Anuya, tell me if you heard it clearly. Type in and tell me that did you hear it clearly? Anuya and Mary, did you hear it clearly? You don't hear me? Type in. I want to hear it before I start. Okay, you heard it. Mary, are you still here? Did you hear it? All right, maybe Mary's sleeping or she left. Okay, so at least you two heard, right? You heard it clearly. This is why I titled it Hebrew Wolves and Their Koolade. You have Torah pronouncing Hebrews that they only have one Elohim. But you heard what he said. I didn't tell you his name. I'm not going to tell you what channel he has, because it's, to me, abomination. And the Israelites that don't study and read, they're on the borderline of being very confused already and can be easily swayed by something that sounds good or by a cool rhythm. KTC, Tribe Up, That's almost like another Jim Jones situation. He got some land and forgot what island. Their eyes are closed, their ears are closed. They don't know the scripture. They're going to follow him. They're going to give them a cup of poison Kool-Aid. They're going to drink it and pass out and die. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for the elect, the ones that can hear and see. That person, they're buying lands and get the people together. What's up? And that's not the first time I heard that. I heard that a whole bunch of times already. No discernment. Because guess what? The Most High gives discernment only to saints. You heard it for yourself. Got to give honor to my Papa, God. Oh, yeah? She's already in you? That's blasphemous. But in the same breath, I'm telling you, there's a snake tongue in the middle. But they look like us. They confess that they only believe in the Torah, the Tanakh, and the Most High. But you heard what just came out of their mouth. I ain't making it up. I'm not a ventriloquist that can talk like other people. That's what they're about. Let me get right to the thing because we're already at 30 minutes. And then I'm going to let you hear it again. The scriptures reveal that wisdom, and what they're speaking about, they're saying that wisdom. You know, when you read it in the scriptures, and it's usually in the Proverbs, they use she. But in other major prophets, they ain't referring to anything. They're just saying wisdom. Wisdom is the spirit. The spirit is wisdom of the Most High. And the Most High sends the spirits. And see, they know what they're talking about. They know what's going on.